Ghanaians will be going to the polls, right, to elect a president. There are many who have also thrown their hats into the rings, but I think the main two contestants is the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the former President, John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
I think, was it 2018, no, 2016 election or 2020 election? I had a conversation with young Ghanaians, and it was problematic simply because how they vote more or less depended on how they were raised. And when you hear about conversations, especially from people in the diaspora, many diasporans are looking for alternatives. When you come to Ghana, on the ground, and you speak to people, you realize that it's a totally different ball game. Everyone is sticking to who it is that they've been affiliated with from the onset. So I'm asking, do you think that there's possibility that there could be a change? I mean, we've got New Force, which is also
Alan
Tremantin. What's the guy from? You have the PNC. I mean, you have so many candidates, but in the end, it's always these two political parties. So my question is, can this be broken at all, or it's just business as usual?
I think it can be broken completely, especially because His Excellency Nana has introduced the free education. In the next 30 years, when every child or when every adult in Ghana, in the youth, have at least a high school diploma or have gone through the TVET system and is a carpenter or will be able to fend for himself, then we can think, because like Karl Marx said, this whole idea of ideologies and philosophies and East Wing, West Wing, capitalism, socialism, this, all of that is art.
Oh, the Zims.
It's art.
Isms.
You can only indulge in this type of thinking after you've learned to clothe and feed yourselves. The people are so poor that they are preoccupied with finding money for their children to eat today, with finding clothes on their back for their wives and their children, that they are not interested in that type of political change. And when I say the people, I don't mean everybody. I'm saying most of the people. Therefore, for us to change this, it will take a lot of education. And because in Ghana, people vote on tribal grounds, tribal sentiments. They vote because my father is NPP, or I'm from Kumasi, I am NPP. I'm from Volta region, I am NDC. They vote like that. Or they vote because their friend is in government. Therefore, if I vote for him, I might get a contract sometime. So all of these things happen because we are hungry. Okay. Once there's food security, there will be a lot of thinkers. And this will change. But I do not see it changing any moment from now. But something really drastic can happen. I personally do not think that politics is what will change Ghana at all. None of them, NPP, NDC, CPP, none of them can change anything.
Okay, that's interesting.
None of them. I think it is the same food, just a different plate.
Okay.
That's why no one goes to jail, even though there are so many scandals. So I think that behind, they bargain. If you don't catch my people, the next 8 years when I come, I won't catch your people. Things like that. I don't think they are really interested in what is important. What the real conversation is global warming. The real conversation is farming. The real conversation is education policy. The real conversation is truncating neocolonialism.
But then everything you just mentioned, which I agree, all can only happen if there's the political willingness.
No.
So everything is politics.
No, completely. Everything is family. It begins at home. Like in our traditional parlance, you say Adam Fifi, it means psychosis begin at home.
Right.
Exactly, that is where genius starts. So when parents begin to not raise, to nurture their children, to find love and a compassionate expression, that is the only time Ghana will develop. Because check this out, development is not about technology. It's about levels of civility, levels of coexisting with others,
Yes, sir.
without the intention of stealing from them, without the intention of outsmarting them. So researchers, academia, family, religious leaders can change this nation in 2 years if we can have a consensus. And this type of consensus can come from research, can bring people together to say that, hey, the rot is too much. We have come to understand that politicians do not really care. Because if I were a politician and I put $500,000 in becoming an MP to go and get 20,000 cedis a month as a parliamentarian, times 12 times 4, it's not $500,000. So why do I want to be a parliamentarian? Is it because I love the people so much I want to lose money? Your guess is as good as mine. So it creates a state that I call PIRP, P-I-R-P, which is Political Investment Recuperation Program. 99% of politicians are on this program. They have come to get back the monies they've lost, the monies they've loaned from the banks, and the monies that their friends have given them. So once they get into power, it is people who have given them these monies that are actually in control. So they must give them the contract. That's why I'm saying that this is not how it will change. When one group of people, when the Christian Council decides to change Ghana, it will change. When pastors begin to tell people that no matter where you live, plant a flower or plant a tree, even if you don't have a backyard, put a small flower in a bucket and put it in your kitchen and put water on it. It will, God wants that. It will change. Ghana will become green again. If the 10% of Muslims in Ghana decided that, you know what, let us encourage people to plant more trees in the northern region. I'm telling you that in 1 year, there will be more trees than the Amazon forest. So it is not, politicians will not change anything. Like Socrates have said completely. They are on a PIRP program. And that will never bring development.